Hey everybody, I'm Natalia Bonner. I have a darling quilt that I get to share with you today. So this is a client quilt that I recently custom machine quilted, and I'm just sharing a little sneak peek of this quilt today with you. If you do want to see the whole entire quilt, see my whole machine quilting process on this quilt, make sure you do hop over to my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Natalia Bonner. Over on Patreon, I do share videos, lots of videos where I go more in depth into my machine quilting process and really walk you step by step, kind of through my thought process. Why do I quilt designs where I quilt them? And really hopefully inspire each of you on your own machine quilting journey. So I will post a link below, but it's patreon.com/Natalia Bonner. Before you jump over there, make sure you do stay and watch this video. I do want to show a little bit of the machine quilting here. So, super cute quilt. I did use multiple thread colors on this quilt, but just some basics before we get there. The thread that I am using on the top is So Fine by Superior Threads. The thread that I'm using on my bobbin is Bottom Line, also by Superior Threads. And then on this quilt, I'm using one layer of the Quilter's Dream wool batting. Now you can pick up all those, your threads, batting, all that yummy stuff on my website, peaceandquilt.com. I do also do all my machine quilting on a Gamel 22-inch machine, and my stitch length is set at 12 stitches per inch. Let's get stitching. So here's an image of the quilt before I begin any of the machine quilting. Like I mentioned, over on my Patreon page, I will go through the majority of the blocks on this quilt and show you step by step how I quilt each of those. But for today, I'm just going to show you a little bit of that block in the top left corner of the quilt, the one with the cute dresses on it. So when I look at a quilt like this, there's a lot that goes into deciding how I'm going to machine quilt that. On this particular block, the block that we're going to focus on, that upper left corner, the block with the green background. So I want to do a fun background filler. But when I look at this block, I can see that the background is a really cute print, and then it runs right up to the dresses. If I do a heavy filler in the background that runs right to the dresses, I don't feel like I'm really going to have a place for my eye to rest. It could become really busy, and I kind of want the dresses to pop, to appear as if they're sitting on top of that background. So I'm going to quilt a heavy background filler. Then I'll add an echo line around the outside of each of those dresses. It's going to be just 1/4 inch echo on the outside. I'll also stitch in the ditch around each of those dresses and then add a fun little bit of detail right onto the dress to make it appear like it's a real dress. So let's get to the stitching. So you can see here, the first thing that I did was stitch this swirl background filler. And you can see that I've already gone through and stitched that echo line around the outside. Now, when I stitch that echo line around the outside of a design, I still go through and stitch in the ditch on the design. Stitch in the ditch is one of those elements that I just really like to do with my machine quilting. Not only is it a fabulous way to travel from point to point, but personally, I feel like it just separates designs elements from one from another, so it helps separate this dress from the background filler. The next thing that I'm going to move on and do is stitch out this fun curl filler on this dress. Because it's a white dress, maybe it's not intended to look like a wedding dress. It just kind of reminds me of maybe a more formal type dress. So I'm going to quilt these fun curls on it. As I quilt these curls, you'll see that it's just kind of a curl that swirls in over itself, and then back, I stitch back out close to along my previous line as I can. But it's not necessarily always perfect. I kind of like it if it does leave a little bit of an open point when I'm stitching that swirl. It gives it kind of more of a ribbony look when I stitch it out. Now, because I want it to appear as if it is a dress, I am going to quilt along the left side of the block. Then you'll notice that I did travel along the ditch, working over to the other side of the block. Traveling in the ditch, like I mentioned, is a great way to travel from point to point. From there, then I'll repeat a similar swirl curl looking design on the opposite side. Then I'll travel back up to the top. Now I am using the really nice So Fine threads. So if I do need to travel along my ditch or along a seam line a couple of times, I don't ever worry that it's too much thread bulk. If I were using a heavier thread, I would be concerned about having a lot of thread buildup and bulk going there. After I've stitched down the sides, having a similar design on both sides, then I'm going to fill in a fun curl through the center and the body portion of this dress. So you'll notice with my machine quilting, I'll continue on stitching. I'm going to stitch a little bit in the background filler. Like I said, I am using just one thread color on this portion of the quilt. This nice off-white color, the 402 So Fine thread, blends really nicely with the background, but also on the dresses. So in this particular portion, just one thread color. Other portions of the quilt, I will switch and use other colors. When I'm doing any machine quilting, I do try my hardest to look at the quilt and travel from point to point or around from element to element without breaking my threads. So if it means that I just travel along the seam line to get to that background filler and do a little bit of stitching there to travel towards the top of the dress, then I'll do something like that. When I get to the top of the dress, I'm going to stitch that same curl type design, but I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit for the top portion. You know, I want it to look proportionate to the top portion of the dress. So I'll fill in that top section with the little curl design. I hope you all found a little bit of inspiration. Keep watching because I'm going to show you a couple images of the quilt after the machine quilting is done on the whole entire